Hey, my famous fam. Welcome back to the only place where fame, fortune, and flat out foolishness all get served hot. No filter, no apologies, and definitely no breaks. If it's messy, dramatic, or just plain weird in celebrity world, we're the ones bringing it to you. Extra salty. And today is a 5-star buffet of jaw drops, eye rolls, and one man's full-on fantasy of what could have been. Spoiler alert, that man is Kanye West. So, Ye has spoken. Again, loudly, emotionally, financially, and this time, the target of his latest deep reflection is none other than Paris Hilton. Yes, that Paris Hilton, the heiress, the DJ, the OG queen of That's Hot. According to Ye, he should have had babies with her instead of Kim Kardashian. Let's just pause and breathe in the absurdity. He didn't just casually drop this thought like it was a passing daydream. No, he laid it down like a missed investment strategy. Quote,
Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. I should have had baby with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys say, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton? How many hotels I have now? You get what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about that. The Hilton. The Hilton shit. Because I think y'all staying in a Hilton right now. The fucking Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny only power is to take your kids. So Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with a fucking assistant, bro. And then put her on Vogue. Then put her on Vogue, bro. You can't put no motherfucking assistant on Vogue, bro. That's exactly Bernardo know that, and it's king time now, bro. No more motherfucking assistants, no more hugs.
I should have had babies with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. But he didn't stop there, because when has he ever? He added, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton, how many hotels I would have right now? Think about that. The Hilton ST. Some people dream of love, others dream of legacy. Yeah, he dreams of Hilton points. Imagine being so deep in your bag that you're out here regretting not merging bloodlines with a hotel chain. Not for romance, not for compatibility, but for real estate portfolios. Somewhere Cupid is confused. And of course, in classic Ye fashion, this wasn't just a personal confession. This was a full PowerPoint presentation of alternate realities. In Ye's mind, he's not co-parenting with Kim anymore. He's franchising babies with Paris Hilton. We're not talking Northwest and Somme. We're talking Bellagio West and Park Hyatt Yeezy. Imagine roll call at school. Excuse me, is little Four Seasons West here today? And before you start thinking maybe, just maybe, he was being ironic, no, this man was dead serious. This wasn't Ye the satirist, this was Ye the regret-filled luxury architect of an imaginary lineage of 5-star toddlers. But wait, it gets weirder, because if the Hilton thing wasn't enough of a left turn, out of absolutely nowhere, Ye decided to bring up Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yep, because when you're on a roll, why not swerve off a cliff? He said, and this is a direct quote, if you're like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny's only power is to take your kids. First of all, what? Second of all, what? Third of all, how did we go from Paris Hilton to Arnold's secret son in the span of one breath? Schwarzenegger, for those who need a refresher, had an infamous affair with his family's housekeeper, resulted in a son, Joseph Baina, who now looks like a carbon copy of him, Jim Selfie's jawline and all. And somehow Ye used that as a metaphor for hotel empire regrets, nanny custody rights. It's unclear. Honestly, it might not even be a metaphor. It might just be Ye doing a stream of consciousness TED Talk we didn't ask for. So, let's rewind the chaotic mixtape. In Ye's dream timeline, he's living in a penthouse of the Hilton family tree. Paris is by his side, raising air babies in matching designer robes, and Kim is just somewhere else, maybe still organizing closets like in 2006. Because yes, let's not forget, once upon a time, Kim Kardashian was Paris Hilton's assistant, holding purses, taking photos, literally in the background. Now, she's a billionaire with a law degree and her own contour line. Glow up? Legendary. And now, Ye's out here circling back like, hey, maybe I should have stayed in Paris's circle. Instead, the irony writes itself. Meanwhile, Paris is booked, busy, and blissfully far away from this nonsense. She's married to Carter Riem, living her pastel dream, and raising 2 kids, Phoenix and London. And unlike Ye, she's not crying over missed hotel stock options. She's probably sipping something fizzy in silk pajamas, thinking, glad I dodged that designer bullet. And bless her, she hasn't said a word about Ye's comment. No tweets, no Instagram shade, no PR statement, just vibes. That's rich lady energy. When you're truly unbothered, you don't clap back. You just live better. Of course, the internet did the clapping for her. Twitter went into full chaos mode. Kanye treating women like property investments now. Kim was Paris's assistant and now he wants to reverse Uno the whole thing. Ro thinks kids are NFTs. Someone stop him. And look, you don't have to be Team Kim or Team Paris to agree this whole thing is peak Ye. 1 part delusion, 2 parts brilliance, and 17 parts unresolved whatever this is. Now, let's talk stakes. Ye and Kim have 4 kids together. Actual humans. North, Saint, Chicago, and Sam. And somehow, in his version of life, it's all just one big missed Hilton opportunity. Imagine growing up and hearing your dad publicly say he wishes you came from a different womb because of real estate advantages. Family therapy is gonna be lit. And what's Kim doing while Ye's rewriting their past? Oh, just running Skims, making legal reform look sexy, and casually co-parenting like a pro. Do you see her spiraling about Miss Business marriages? No, she's out here thriving, not fantasizing. But let's be honest, this moment isn't about Kim or Paris, it's about Ye being Ye. Which is to say, unpredictable, performative, and endlessly fascinated by wealth, power, and mischances. It's like watching a billionaire soap opera where the plot twists are based on stock options and childhood trauma. Because let's not pretend this is the first time he's done this. The man has compared himself to Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Shakespeare, and Jesus. He's interrupted award shows, launched fashion lines mid-meltdown, and turned Instagram into a personal burn book more times than we can count. This latest quote? Just another chapter in the Ye Said What Now anthology. And deep down, that's why we keep watching, because there's something hypnotic about watching a man rebuild reality in real time. He's not just spilling tea. He's inventing new kettles. The drama isn't the byproduct, it's the point. And yet, there's a tinge of realness under the ridiculousness. Behind the bizarre hotel metaphor and Schwarzenegger tangent, you can feel something almost sad. Like he's looking back at his own empire, the marriage, the music, the madness, and wondering what could have been if he'd played the game differently. It's the fantasy of a man who built castles and now misses the foundation. But instead of writing poetry or calling his therapist, he's just casually tossing it all into the media blender and hitting puree. And the best part? No one asked him. There was no setup, no interviewer saying, "Hey, Kanye, if you could father an alternate set of billionaire babies, who would it be with?" No. This was self-initiated, self-narrated, and self-sabotaged. A solo performance, one-man show, no curtain, no applause. And yet, we can't look away. Paris remains unbothered, Kim remains focused, and Ye Yes, somewhere on a podcast talking about Hilton babies and Austrian nannies while wearing Yeezys and plotting something even stranger. And we'll be right here, popcorn in hand, because that's the celebrity circus. One day it's glam squads and gala gowns, the next it's ranting about how many hotels your kids could have owned if you'd just gone full Hilton in 2008. What a time to be famous. Until next time, stay loud, stay messy, and stay watching. Bisous.